Your videos don't scale because of quality. That is the assumption. And it feels logical. Better editing, better scripts, better ideas. More effort should produce more views. But that is not how YouTube works. Because YouTube does not reward content. It rewards decisions. Every time your video appears on screen, a decision is made. Click or ignore. And your growth is not determined by how good your video is, but by how often you win that decision. This is the hidden layer most creators never see. They improve the product, but they never analyze the selection process. And the selection process is mathematical, cold, comparative, unforgiving. So the real question is not, is your content good? The real question is, how often does your video get chosen over alternatives? Because if you don't win that comparison, nothing else matters. Most creators think CTR is a performance metric, a percentage, clicks divided by impressions, a number to improve. But this interpretation is incomplete. CTR is not a property of your video. It is a result of competition. Your video is never shown alone. It is shown next to other options, other thumbnails, other titles, other promises, which means every impression is a comparison event, a micro battle for attention. And in that battle, only one video wins. So your CTR is not how attractive you are. It is how often you win relative to others in the same moment. This is why CTR fluctuates, not because your video changes, but because the competitive environment changes. Stronger thumbnails, better titles, more optimized creators, and suddenly your CTR drops, even if your content stayed identical, because you are not measured in isolation. You are measured in contrast. Now let's calculate what this actually means. Imagine your video receives 10,000 impressions. Most people see this as reach, but it is not. It is 10,000 opportunities to compete. Each impression places your video into a small auction. Let's assume the viewer sees 4 videos at once. That means every impression is a 1 versus 3 comparison. Now your CTR is 5%, which means 500 clicks. But this also means something else. You lost 9,500 times. Not passively, actively. Your video is shown, compared, and rejected. So 5% CTR is not a neutral number. It is a win rate. You are winning 1 out of 20 competitions. This reframing changes everything, because now CTR is not a metric. It is a dominance ratio. Now look at what happens when this ratio shifts. Let's compare 2 videos. Both start with 10,000 impressions. Video A, 5% CTR 500 clicks. Video B, 10% CTR 1,000 clicks at first glance. This looks like a 2x difference. But the system does not treat it that way. Because YouTube is not distributing impressions equally. It reallocates based on performance. The higher CTR video sends a stronger signal. So the system increases its exposure. Next cycle, video A, 8,000 impressions. Video B, 20,000 impressions. Now the gap is no longer 2x. It is exponential. And this is where most creators misunderstand scaling. They think growth is linear. It is not. It is conditional. If you cross a threshold, distribution expands. If you don't, it contracts. This leads to the economic logic behind CTR, because CTR is not just a platform metric. It is the entry point of attention. No clicks means no watch time. No watch time means no trust. No trust means no monetization. So CTR controls access to the entire revenue system. In the creator economy, this is the first gate. At the micro level, a single creator lives or dies based on this. At the meso level, small content businesses depend on it. Affiliate channels, lead generation funnels, digital product ecosystems, all require controlled attention flow. and CTR determines whether that flow even begins. So when your CTR is low, you are not slightly underperforming. You are structurally excluded. Now extend this to scale. YouTube is not a content platform. It is an attention allocation engine. It takes infinite supply and distributes finite demand. And it must optimize efficiency, which means it prioritizes content that wins fast. CTR is the fastest signal. Immediate, binary, click or ignore. So the system filters aggressively. Millions of videos never pass this layer, not because they are bad, but because they are not competitive enough in the first second. This creates a hidden hierarchy, not based on effort, not based on knowledge, but based on comparative performance in micro moments. And once you fall below a certain threshold, you are effectively invisible. Now we reach the core mechanism most people miss. CTR is not static. It feeds a loop, a feedback system. High CTR increases impressions. More impressions generate more data. More data increases algorithm confidence. Confidence increases distribution. And the cycle continues. Low CTR does the opposite. It reduces exposure, limits data, decreases confidence, and collapses distribution. This is why small differences in CTR create massive differences in outcome, because they are amplified by the system. Now the uncomfortable part. Most creators try to fix CTR by improving design. Better thumbnails, stronger colors, more contrast, more curiosity. But this is surface-level optimization, because high CTR does not come from creativity. It comes from alignment with existing demand. The best performing videos do not create interest. They intercept it. They appear exactly when the viewer already feels tension, a question, a problem, an uncertainty, and they offer resolution. That is what gets clicked. So CTR is not about persuasion. It is about positioning. If your topic does not sit inside active demand, no amount of design will save it. This leads to a different strategy. You do not maximize CTR by improving assets. You maximize CTR by changing your competitive environment, because CTR is relative. If you compete in high-density topics, you face optimized players, high production, strong titles, refined systems. Your win rate drops. But if you shift slightly into less saturated comparisons, your CTR increases immediately. Same skill, different arena, higher dominance. This is leverage, not working harder, but selecting winnable battles. And most creators never do this. They chase volume instead of controlling competition. So the mental reset is precise. Stop asking how to improve your CTR. Start asking where you can win comparisons. Because every impression is a decision point, and every decision is relative. If you lose enough of them, the system removes you. Quietly. No warning. No explanation. If you win enough, the system amplifies you. That is the entire mechanism. If you don't understand this, you will keep optimizing the wrong variables. You will blame your editing, your scripting, your consistency, while the real issue remains untouched. You are competing in environments where you cannot dominate, and until that changes, your videos will not scale. So compress everything into one principle. CTR is not a metric you improve. It is a signal you earn. Earned through positioning. Earned through demand alignment. Earned through winning comparisons. Not occasionally. Consistently. If your videos don't scale, it is not a mystery. It is a signal. You are losing the auction. And until you change where and how you compete, the outcome will remain the same. Because on YouTube, growth is not given. It is allocated. And allocation follows performance.